Hey, everybody, and welcome to the first town hall that we've had in a while for the CTR Guild over on Airy Peak, US. Alliance side, of course. As you will note from our retro logo, you'll see the lion, and that should tell you we are a lions. A lions. A lion. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I just want to welcome all the new people, all the guys that are returning. We know that there are a lot of people coming back to the game. We have felt that, and we've seen it. And it's been great to have everybody back and all these new folks in. And so we're going to talk a little bit about the guild and what we do for those guys that are new, or for those guys that haven't really hung out with us for a while, and even for those guys that have been with us forever. We just need to reinforce some things, and we need to talk about what's coming up, and we need to talk about who's doing everything, because there have been some changes since the last town hall that we did was like 6 months ago, probably something like that. Turarts knows. She always knows.
I think it was like 5.5, 6. Yeah, close.
Oh, look at that! I know you know. You have your like calendars standing by at all times.
I'm the one that hounds you, and I feel bad to get these done.
No, but this is good, and because we actually have a raid starting up tomorrow, guys. This is amazing times right now in WoW. This is really good. It feels really good to be going through all this new content. It feels maybe a little overwhelming for some people. I know it feels overwhelming for me. Some people are doing alts already, and I have no idea why. But you are. You're doing all these things. You're very active. Everybody's playing WoW all the time. 100%. Mostly. Anyway. But tonight, we're going to hear from a few different people. We're going to hear from Turarts. She'll be talking some event stuff, event side things. We'll be hearing from Ursangus, who is our head greeter. And we'll be hearing from Jules about some wonderful swag. And maybe other stuff. I don't know. But I wanted to address you guys first and say welcome. And a couple of different things for you guys as we kind of roll through. Because of all the new people, because of all the returning folks, because of all the people, we have, on average, just under 900 characters per guild. This is out of 10 guilds. So we have, I think it's just over 8,900 characters in the guild right now. And this is all the new demon hunters, and this is all the returning folks and all the new folks as well. So to kind of give you guys an overview, we did a couple of things recently that I need to talk to you about. One thing is about ranks. Okay? Player ranks has always been contentious little thing that we do. And it used to be, hey, if you were on a raid team, you would be known as a raider. Well, if you have been paying attention to the videos that I've been spitting out at you, you will have heard me say that we are going to make everybody at level 110 raider rank. We're doing that because there are so many things that will provide loot for you guys, whether that's PvP, whether that's a small group, Mythic Plus dungeons, whether that's raiding, it does not matter. And so we are not going to hold you to the standard of saying, hey, you have to belong to a raid team to be a raider. We're going to give you your 75 gold repair a day without question. And yes, it's 75 gold repair a day from the guild. And we may have to adjust that because I was doing the promotions today, and we have a lot of raiders. We have a lot of people at 110 already, and we're going to be doing promotions of folks regularly as we get going into Legion. Anybody who comes into the guild at level 110 will automatically become a raider rank, and all that kind of good stuff. And if you're a raid leader, you can be raid leader rank, that's fine. So I just kind of wanted to let you guys know, hey, if you're 110, you're a raider. That's awesome. Number 2, you may have noticed if you look through through all the guild ranks like I do, like I have over the last couple of weeks for sure, you'll notice one thing. There are no more greeters. What? There are no more event personnel. No. Everyone is an officer. And that was to help out with confusion, because some people thought that certain people didn't know certain things, even though they did, because they're officers. And so we said, why are we doing this? Okay, let's just make everybody an officer. We know internally who's what their specialty is. So we just made everybody an officer. We also kind of reworked one of our old ranks, which was our founder's rank. We are making them emissaries because it would be cool if they gave out quests. That would be awesome. I just love it if you see one and it has an emissary of the guild and they have an exclamation point over their head. That would be awesome. You can't count on that, though. So we just kind of reworked it a little bit. Nothing much there. But those are kind of the ranks that we have updated for Legion. Okay. Another thing that I need to touch on, and then we'll get to fun stuff with probably Jules. And by the way, if you guys have questions, we will take these at the end. And then we will try to answer them as best we can at the end of the presentation. So, another thing that I need to talk about, because we do have so many people in the guild, because we do have so many new people, so many returning people that haven't been here for a while, I do feel like I need to reinforce this. The CTR Guild, it has a little credo, and it goes community, teamwork, and respect. We do this because we want to foster a community that really loves each other, that really truly wants to help each other, that really truly wants to get along with everybody, not just in the guild, but outside of the guild as well. And some people, and you can see it in chat where people get a little, I don't know what the word is, just a little off. And maybe something goes weird in chat. And then all of a sudden it doesn't become CTR anymore because you have, like one guy just kind of being off. Not necessarily bad or whatever, but just off, and it throws everybody off. And it's like, we have a lot of people. We need to make sure that we're always trying to reinforce this community, teamwork, respect thing. And, guild chat is one of those places. It's supposed to be, number one, it's supposed to be for everybody, including kids. We have people, we have kids that play WoW. We have kids that play WoW in the guild. We have parents that let their kids play WoW in our guild. We have people who don't like, who have perspectives all over the map, right? So we have to try to protect everybody. We have to try to protect kids, and we have to try to make sure that, people of all tolerance levels for whatever conversation is happening are doing okay. Now, we try to let the community kind of, manage itself a little bit. But, sometimes we do have to step in. And if we have to step in, we're doing it because, it's weird or it's something that we feel like, maybe doesn't hold up to our credo, or it's something that is just, I don't know. It needs some help. Maybe you need some help. And so we want to give that to you. That's what our officers are here for. They're here to help people. That's what we want to do. So, just try to keep this in mind with everything that we do, no matter whether it's in-game chat or in Mumble, like I am right now, or in our Discord, which if you guys haven't joined our Discord yet, I really encourage you to join. You can go to discord.converttoraid.com in your web browser, and you'll get the link straight to the Discord chat. And then you can chat in there as well. So, make sure that when you join us in all these different places, when you join us, that you're ready to help people and be respectful and be cool and be a team player. And the team is pretty big. Like I said before, 8,900 characters in the guild. That's how big our team is. It's not 10 people on your raid team or 20 or whatever it is. It's not... actually, it's even bigger than that. Because it's not just the guild. It's our community. Our community is our server. Our community is anybody that we join in a dungeon with. A random dungeon. So we're talking about random folks from all over WoW. We want to reinforce community, teamwork, and respect everywhere we go. So, that's my spiel, I think. I don't know. Jules, how was that? Was that all right?
That was fabulous,
okay.
Man.
All right.
Fabulous.
Well, Jules is going to talk to you about some cool stuff that you might be able to get before BlizzCon. Right, Jules?
Yeah, it actually is. This is like hot off the presses, guys. I'm Jules. I'm one of the members of the Iron Council. I'm also the business manager for Signals Media, which is housing all the podcasts, the guild, all the stuff that we do. So I have a lot of jobs, and one of them is to help you guys wear your guild stuff with pride, your guild logo with pride. And if you're watching our Twitch stream right now, you will see the brand new, well, relatively new now, CTR Guild vintage logo that we had designed based off of our Kickstarter campaign for Well Played at BlizzCon 2016. This has been an amazing process for us because we've been able to make some really cool stuff, and you guys have been so cool. We ran a teespring.com campaign, sold a ton of these, and there are still people who are looking to get it. So I went ahead and we've been talking to some folks out there, and there is a nice company called tpublic.com. TeePublic not only makes t-shirts, but a whole bunch of other stuff like phone cases, laptop cases, mugs, travel mugs, notebooks. And we have made a store on tpublic.com. I'm going to copy this into the Twitch chat.
No, I already did.
As well.
I already did.
Oh, you did? Okay. tpublic.com/stores/convert to raid. And you can purchase, they're running a sale right now for t-shirts, $14 a shirt for the next hour and 37 minutes. Every design you click on, you can pick the color of your shirt, you can pick other options, just scroll down to the bottom. Plus, we put up a bunch of other designs from other artists in the WoW community if you wanted to take a look at that. We're going to continue to do things like this, and we're super excited to have stuff out there for you guys to wear and support your guild with pride, and it helps our party, our events, the guild, the podcasts, everything we do, it helps us. I should also mention that there is a current campaign on Teespring going for a Legion t-shirt. Pat, you can put that in the chat too.
How about I put this in the chat?
You are not prepared.
I love it.
That's the one.
Well, actually, for us, you are not repaired.
That's what it says. That's what it says.
I know it, but everybody kind of thinks of the Illidan thing of you're not prepared.
Right.
We came up with this fun. So
well, I took out actually Kalani took out the P on the prepared. And it says prepared. So anyway,
Sal is asking, by the way, if the TeePublic is a 2-hour sale. The answer is yes, but I keep seeing the sale come up, so I hope that it may be there tomorrow, but you don't know. So check it out, the tpublic.com/stores/convert to raid. But getting back to our You Are Not Repaired shirt on Teespring, that is teespring.com/not repaired, and you can buy that until October 4th. So...
But it's like October 4th midday, so October 3rd. Let's say through October 3rd and into the 4th. But we're not going to say how far. There's a little clock. Get it now. That's the important thing.
Get it now. It's awesome. And again, all the proceeds go towards Well Played, Signals Media, all the stuff we do. You are benefiting your guild by buying these shirts. Yes. So thank you guys so much for that. I just want to give a quick update too for you guys at Blizzcon who are coming to the party. We are in crunch time, guys. And we are getting it done. There's a whole bunch of stuff happening right now behind the scenes to get this experience. If you are coming to the party, we are just doing a ton of stuff. If you are going to be at home, the live stream is going to be off the chain. So make sure that you're spreading the word about Blizzcon, our Well Played event, which is on Friday, November 4th from 7 to 11 p.m. at the Hilton Anaheim. And we'll be giving you guys more stuff, updates on all that as we get closer.
All right. And that actually is shaping up to be one heck of a party. So I hope you guys will be there or be watching it online. That'd be great. There's going to be all sorts of new stuff added. So, all right. Next up, we're going to have Ursangus. Ursangus, are you there?
Yar, I be here.
Oh, yar. I forgot about Pirate Day. Talking like a pirate day. So, by the way, Ursangus, I think you saw this joke earlier in Guild Chat when I said it.
Oh, please don't! No, not again.
I'm gonna say it again. You're gonna have to play dumb. Play it like you haven't heard it already. So, what be the pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
What is the pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet, Pat?
Well, you might think it would be R, but the pirate would be nothing without the C. All right, dumb. Let's go.
That is my favorite joke.
It's better when you do the dialect. Ursangus, why don't you talk a little bit about what you do and your folks?
So I am Ursangus, guys. Just like Pat said, I am the head greeter. I am in charge of all the people who do all your invites, who bring all your alts and so many demon hunters into the guild lately. There's a lot of background information we go through, a lot of making sure you can access the website, making sure you get in the right co-guild, lots of moving around. We are the front line as far as your experience with the officers goes. We are probably about a staff of right around 20 right now, and we're looking to bring on more. And the best way to do that, honestly, you can email me, ursangus@gmail.com, or you can email the CTR officers at gmail.com.
Yes, there's a bunch of emails. ctrofficers@gmail.com will get you pretty much everywhere else. So ctrofficers@gmail.com.
Without a doubt. Now, something I would like to see more in the CTR officers, guys. If you like, how your greeter talked to you, or you didn't like it, or you have recommendations on how we can streamline this for you, send it in. We love seeing those kind of emails. Am I right, Pat?
Absolutely. I love it. I love those positive, upbeat emails. It's so much better than the other ones.
Indeed. So, yeah, if you guys are ever interested in becoming a greeter or welcome committee or an officer, please let us know. I do have something kind of worked up for what to expect, what we expect, those kind of things. So if you ever have any interest, reach out to us.
Cool.
That's all I got, Pat.
All right. Hey, that's cool. But you do remind me of several different things. Now, Ashanka couldn't be here tonight because he is working, and I threw this kind of last minute. I apologize for putting this out last minute, but I was like, oh, no, raiding starts on Tuesday. We need to talk as a guild. We need to come together. We need to unite. We need to unify for at least an hour. And then we can all go about our way again, And so Ashanka is not here right now. I know that there's going to be videos coming out from Ashanka, and I think from Ursangus, and I think maybe from Turarts, and I think definitely from me, and maybe from Jules. And if you guys want to check out all those different videos of different things, and these are going to be like short subject type of things, where I'm like talking about the different ranks for the guild and so on. You can go to guild.converttораid.com. I'm putting it with the town hall stuff. Right now it's hidden with a click of the mouse but we're getting that changed. So if you go to guild.convertraid.com, you can get all the different videos that I put out, and then there are going to be more coming as well. But Ashanka, he couldn't be here tonight. If you have questions about raiding stuff, particularly if you're a raid leader, then you want to email ctrraids@gmail.com. That's his info. Let's talk to Turarts, though, about some event stuff.
Hey, my name is Turarts. I am the head of events for the Guild. And let's talk about some stuff. First and foremost, everyone's kind of enjoying the expansion right now, so events are a little slow just because there's a lot of stuff to do. We're just starting raids, things like that. But as we get into the expansion the next couple of weeks, you will see events start to pop up at guild.convertraid.com, which is what Zug just mentioned earlier. So feel free to check out events there, sign up for events. I am looking for more event planners to round out my team. I have 5 amazing ones right now, 2 in the wings, and I'm looking to bring on 3 more to round out to 10. So if you are interested in events, shoot me an email at ctrguildevents@gmail.com. That is events with an S. A couple of things that we do have coming up. Number 1, CTR's values, community, teamwork, respect. We've been talking about them all night. One of the ways, though, that we like to help the community is not just within our guild, but within our server as well. So a few guilds have approached us and said, hey, you guys have so many people. If anyone is looking to get rid of mats or just has too many, let us know, because mythics are starting up and they're really looking to try and round out their roster and stuff. So our buddies from Alone have approached me and said if anyone has any herbs at all, specifically the I forgot the name. Star something or another. You can tell I have been playing a lot lately.
I actually have a gatherer, and I still can't tell you.
Somebody in Guild Chat put Starlight Rose.
Haha, there you go. Thank you guys. Starlight Rose. I just got that name. Yes. Price says you can, if you want to just give it to them, you can send it to them or they will buy them for you. Just let him know. And that's PRYZE. Alone has been doing a lot of amazing things for us. And I'm talking to him about something I'll talk about earlier. And then Easy Legion approached us a few months ago. They're another guild in our server getting ready for the Mythic race. So if you want to help them out with any materials, Easy Legion is the tune that they are looking to have that stuff mailed. So just another way for us to kind of branch out in the community.
And I'm sure that there's other teams in our guild too that are looking for help as well. There's Convert to Mythic, and there are some other teams too that I think are making a push. I'm not sure. They'd have to speak up themselves, but
there are. I know we've had some questions with Wicked in a sec about the guild bank. You can definitely drop stuff in there with the understanding anyone can snag it out. Yep. But that's another way if you want to help out, do that. Next thing to talk about. It's kind of hard to believe, but our 4-year anniversary is only 4 months away. That's it.
That's it.
So, I know, it's going to go quick. We do a week-long celebration. The past 3 have been, I will say, very successful.
Right.
So if you have any ideas for events, hit me up, ctrguildevents@gmail.com. If you want to see certain events happening or you have prizes you want to donate, let me know. I already have a few things like some store pets and mounts that people have donated. So we're gearing up for year 4. It's going to be amazing. And the next few months are going to go so quick with the holidays.
Well, yeah, Blizzcon, that's like Nerd Christmas. That's, come on. It's going to be great. And I see people in chat now that they're getting caught up with everything that you were talking about with mats for, a lone guild and for easy and stuff like that. And they're like, keep it in the house. Keep it in the house. Yeah, cool. I mean, if you have a use for it, that's great. But if you don't, I mean, these guys, Alone has been great to us. And we've really kind of formed a relationship with Alone where prizes come in, and he's done some different seminars with people and stuff like that. I mean, it's really kind of cool. So, I mean, if you have other stuff, we are trying to always build community. in guild and outside of guild. So if you want to, this is totally up to you. You can go and give them mats. And if you do not want to, guess what? No one is forcing you. So there.
So that's exactly right. And I know when Alone first did their first Rating 101 with us, we really kind of sat down and we're like, you know what? We are a community within ourselves, but this server is such a big community and there are so many things. Alone, like you said, they've done moose runs for us. Easy did some runs back in Mists. Yeah, I think it was Mist. They did some runs to get some mounts last second too and some challenge modes for us.
Yep. And as Spencer said in Twitch chat, if you're taking a shot every time I say community, you're probably dead by now. It's it's not a good drinking game for you guys.
But a fun one.
For the first 3 maybe, and after that, passed out on the couch. So I guess with that, we're going to open it up for questions. So if you guys have questions, make sure to let, we have Turarts in Twitch chat. Anisha and Ursangus are in guild chat. And those guys are going to be fielding your questions and then we can answer them hopefully here. Do we have any questions right now, guys?
Yeah, I've got a couple actually.
Go ahead.
As far as legacy raiders go, with the iTunes folks out there, how are we going to determine raider rank for those folks?
So those guys would get raider rank as well. If you're part of a team that regularly goes in and tries to defeat encounters to get loot, that's what a raider is. They raid. They go in and raid. And then they get loot, and then they go, oh my god, this is an upgrade. This is amazing. So they should be raiders. And all you have to do is just work with your raid liaison, and that should be no problem. And again, if you have questions about that, you can talk to, you can email ctrraids@gmail.com, and you should be getting an answer pretty quickly on that stuff. Did you have another one, Ursangus?
There's one here about a request to auto-tune the Convert to Raid podcast.
You'd have to send any requests like that to converttoraid@gmail.com. Well, we'll entertain it. I don't know what it would be, but so send it my way.
Turarts, did you have anything?
Yeah, I have 2. Devlin asked, and this is for Pat.
Mm-hmm.
What would be a good way to settle down, talk, and guild chat without sounding like a bossy idiot?
Oh, wait, can you say that one more time?
What would be a good way to settle down, talk, and guild chat without sounding like a bossy idiot? So I'm assuming when officers aren't on all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, we don't have officers on all the time, and so community members are always kind of like, this maybe has gone a little far. First of all, here's what I would do. If there's a problem in chat, I always just try to make sure you're not causing more problems. I mean, because that's the last thing we want. We don't want to start. I mean, if somebody's being a little, like I said, being a little weird or being kind of trolly or just kind of like sassy pants and you can't quite figure it out, right? You don't want to feed the fire. You don't want to do any of that stuff. You want to diffuse the situation or change topic. I mean, that's really what you want to do. You want to change the topic and start talking about something that maybe is a little bit, better for you. And the other thing you might want to do is you might want to take screen caps of the chat and send it to ctrofficers@gmail.com. If it's a real problem, obviously we're going to be taking care of it. And that goes for anything. It doesn't matter if it's adult language, if it's inappropriate subjects, like, stay away from like hot button topics like politics or game spoilers in game. Yes, we've been this Legion has been out for almost 3 weeks. But, if you're laying down huge spoilers from Legion, just think about it beforehand. Because not everybody has played every spec, has played your game your way. So, just try to be nice. Try to be respectful, right? So it doesn't matter whether it's inappropriate language, inappropriate topic, or just kind of like, spamming is always kind of weird, and being weird is being weird. So I don't know. And then either I can send out an email or something, try to talk to whoever it is and see what's going on, see how I can help. And that's if you can't find an officer. If you can find an officer, great. You can always go to the officer channel, looking for officer, /CTRLFO, and see if you can find an officer in there to help as well. Ursangus, did you have other, because you kind of deal with this quite a bit?
Yeah, honestly, we kind of deal with that pretty regularly. The other thing I would urge people to do is kind of, even if you're telling everybody to chill and be quiet, that's still technically feeding the fire a little bit.
Yeah.
I honestly just encourage people to have patience and see how it plays out. If it gets completely out of hand, then yeah, we have resources available for, a little help with that. CTR LFO channel is a great spot for it.
And sometimes people are having a problem and you just don't, they're not, verbalizing it very well. And, I know that our officers might say, hey, is there a problem? What's going on? Let me know what's going on, and I'll see if I can try to help you. That's what our officers do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if you're not an officer and you want to see if you can help them, calm down a little bit, ask them how they're doing. That's not an officer only ability.
No, anybody can ask another person how they're doing in whispers. That's fine. Yeah. All right, Turarts, did you have another one?
I actually have 4 more.
Whoa.
This one's for, I know, people are chatty.
Mm-hmm.
Ursangus, what info do the greeters need to make their jobs easier when someone is bringing over an alt? So what info, I guess, do they need to present to the greeters?
Oh, jinkies. Honestly, this way we can find it would probably either be your forum username or your email address will help out as well. Or if you have any other tunes that are listed in CTR, we're just looking for something in reference back to basically to your CTR. Makes it a lot easier on our end, and I didn't even think about that question. But yeah, email, forum username, or one of your tunes that's already in CTR will help us out tremendously.
Yep. And it's really great. We have one app to rule them all, so it's really great. You only have to apply once, and then we just link up your other characters to your account. You're good to go.
I forgot to mention that during my part, Pat.
But that's why I'm here, to kind of bring up those little fun facts every once in a while. Turarts, you got another one?
Yes, I do. This one is from Alessander. Is there any way we can get more female sizes on the store? I said I didn't know. So Jules, I have no idea.
Jules?
I am just taking a look at that right now. I didn't realize that there was a restriction to it. So the answer to that is no, but I can pass the feedback along to our contact at Teespring.
All right.
Or TeePublic on this one. I'm assuming it's not the not repaired shirt. It's the new site that we just launched.
I would think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yep. Okay. And so TeePublic, I have an account manager there, and I can talk to her about that.
There you go. All right, Turarts.
Next question, and I think I answered this one, but just in case. Kick Tripod. Is there an agenda or something somewhere so I can see what is being covered? I guess it's for people who maybe came in late. I think we post these later.
Yeah, so it'll be posted later, and it'll be on YouTube. We're going to archive this, so it'll be on YouTube. We'll go over every topic that we covered kind of in a timeline fashion. I've been doing that with the show for the last little bit, and it seems to be working out pretty well. So I'm going to do that with this one as well. I'm actually recording it right now. So I'm recording the audio, and then I'll put the logo and other stuff there for for those guys that want to watch.
I have a couple more that just came in. Can we link to the new T-shirt site in Twitch chat again?
Yes. Hold on one second. I will do that.
While that's happening, Ursangus, I think you can take this one. How long do we have on an alt to log in before it's booted for inactivity? Will we get more time with Legion because of the obvious time commitment we see now with our mains?
It is currently 60 days for any raider. Any raider or any member. It's 60 days. I haven't thought about extending it out. That's something I'll have to talk to Patty over there about. But I think 60 days seems to work out pretty well because after 60 days we seem to end up at about the same numbers. But yeah, I'll take that into account.
Yes, and just so you guys know, with this new Raider rank thing at 110, that means that all people that are at Raider rank will also be, it was just like Molten Core. That was the only thing that we checked. If you were a Raider, we didn't really check it all that much. And so if you're a Raider or if you're in Molten Core, you are going to be checked for your inactivity. And I have been letting it slide as far as for right now for Legion. However, in a month or whatever, because I was checking today and there were several characters that could have been booted, but I decided not to. I decided to be gracious for now. However, if we start running into issues where we're approaching more characters in the guild than we would prefer, we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at that list and see if there's anybody in there that we need to maybe boot for inactivity. It's 60 days. I mean, it's not. You only have to log in for a second. So if you can do that every couple of months, you'll stay on the guild. If not, you'll get booted, and guess what? Then you'll get invited right back as soon as you join, as soon as you want.
Yeah, takes nothing to get back in.
So it takes nothing to get back in. You just go, "Can I get an invite?" And then you go, "Yeah, here you go." And so for those guys, we also made a little change on when greeters are going to be available, right, Ursangus?
We did. We kind of loosened up the times a little bit. We're something like 20 hours a week, but we have such a staff now that we kind of said, you know what? Hang around. We'll get somebody to help you out. Just kind of loosen it up a little bit. We're going to keep it a little closer to the peak hours, primarily right around about 5-6 o'clock for each of the individual time zones. There's always guaranteed to have somebody in the channel watching things go on.
Cool. And somebody asked if they could have a Horde version of the T-shirt. And yes, you can get it in red. It will still have a lion on it, though. So you can fake it, but it's still going to have a lion on it. Any other questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Ursangus, you can
go. So Barian, one of our greeters, asked, is there a way to submit additional designs for the TeePublic store? Jules, I think that's a question for you.
Yes. If you are interested in submitting your own art, let us know. We can talk about that. If you are someone who is making art for TeePublic and would like us to link to that from our store, we can do that. So best thing to do, you can send an email to us. It's just, you can send an email usually to me.
Sure.
Jules at signalsmedia.com is the best way to get me. It's Jules at signalsmedia.com. There you
go.
All right. I have another one here. This is a question for Turarts, actually. When's the next raid recruiting event?
I have that question too. That is a good one. Basically, right now, if you are a raid team in the guild, and I forgot to go over this in my segment, so my apologies. If you are a raid team in the guild, we are looking at hosting our next recruitment event within the next 2-3 weeks. I have a link out. I just posted it on Twitter. Fill out the form if you're recruiting and want to participate. Right now, the general consensus is that last weekend in September, so September 30th and October 1st. We do it 2 nights. You do not have to be there both nights, but it gives teams an opportunity to be there. And the start time is about 6 p.m. server is the consensus right now. So if you are a raid team and you want to participate, there is the link to the form. I've done it in Discord. It's been on Twitter, all over the place. Go ahead and fill it out so I can know how many teams are going to be there. And we'll get it planned. Right now, I think it is going to be the 30th of September and the 1st of October.
Cool.
One other thing we forgot to mention, we do have a guild podcast.
Yes, we do. Let's talk about that for just a moment. And if you go to guild.convertraid.com, you'll actually find their videos, the video side of things, at the bottom of the page. It's called The Converted, and it has folks like Sal and Cuddles and maybe somebody else. Maybe. Well, there's Bell. Yeah, Bell. He's around. He's a thing. No, but it could be you. That's right, because this is a community podcast. It's about the community. And so there are always people on to talk about all of the different things. Turarts is on a lot to talk about events that are coming up. We have a lot of the officers around. We have a lot of raiders on there. We have, I don't know. Who else? What am I missing? But it's a fun show.
Ashanka should be on there soon.
Ashanka, yes. Talking about raiding. And there is a video of, and just so I can say this again, there is a video that's going to be coming out with Ashanka talking about how to look for a raid team and all that kind of stuff. So there's confusion. What else? Anything else on the Converted? You can find their video link at the bottom of guild.convertraid.com. Other questions?
The last question I have, I think you kind of covered it. How can I start a raid team? And I think there's a video coming soon.
So there will be videos coming soon, but really the best way to do it is to go to guild.convertraid.com because that is the home of our guild, right? So you go, I'm going to do this with you guys. I'm going to go to guild.convertraid.com. I'm going to log in, and you use your login. You do that. And then you go and you hit My CTR. It'll be in the upper right-hand corner. And there you will see a summary of what teams you're already a part of. Like for me, I have 2 there. 1 is inactive. That's okay. And you can create a team or you can find a team. Now, to create a team, you just go in there and it'll ask you some questions. It'll talk about what tune you want to start the team with. It'll talk about what you're looking for, all the team specifics and stuff like that, and you'll be able to finish it. And then one of the CTR liaisons, the raid liaisons, will be with you to approve you and to help you as they can. So that's how you create a team, and it could be a small team under 10 because we are trying to support PvP and Mythic Dungeons specifically. It can be a small team, like it can be a normal heroic team, or it can be a mythic team, right? So those are the different categories for you guys. And there's a bunch of other stuff too, but you could probably figure it out for yourself.
# Team Flying Fox Monkeys.
Oh boy.
Shush.
Uh-huh. That's a thing. Any other questions at all?
There is the one that comes up every town hall, Pat, and that's good old people being jerks in CTRLFG.
Yes. Okay, so this is one the thing about CTRLFG and CTRLFO. These are 2 public channels that we use to make sure that we're not cluttering up GChat with a bunch of like spam about, oh, hey, we're looking for 2 people for Mythic Dungeon, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. We don't want to clutter up guild chat because it can be clutter and it's already a green wall. So we don't need more green in the green wall. So we want to put that on a different channel if we can. But the problem with it is that it is a public channel. And so sometimes we get griefers in there because either they don't like us because we're a big guild, or two, they are a former member that was booted because they're a jerk, and we found out that they were a jerk, and then they're like, oh, well, I'll be a jerk on your channel. Well, I'll be a jerk wherever I can. Or they just don't get it, and they're like, oh, yeah, this is just like trade chat. Okay. But they're usually not from our guild, so there's nothing we can do about it. It is a public channel. We can't really police it. We can't enforce it. We can't do anything consistently. So therefore, we don't. And it's up to you to, if there's somebody's being an upstart, feel free to mute them. Feel free to report them. Feel free to do anything you want to, because it is a public channel, so they're up for all that scrutiny as well. Anything else?
I got a question.
Oh.
Someone whispered me a question.
Okay.
It's to Turarts specifically because it's regarding the recruitment, and he just wants to know if he just shows up and is like, hey, I want to be a raider, how he wants to know how that's going to work.
Yeah, it's basically kind of like a job fair, but for raid teams. So what we do is, in Mumble, we've done it in the past, and we'll probably do it there again because we do have a Discord, just not everyone knows about it yet. So in Mumble, each team gets their own channel, and you can see right below the Town Hall channel that's called Raid Recruitment Event. Each team will have their own channel with officers or recruitment people, whoever they want to represent their team. You'll hop in the main channel with me. I will post a link to a spreadsheet that lists the team when they're raiding, a little bit of information about them, and then you get to hop down and talk to the recruitment people and find out if it's a good fit or not. You can bounce from team to team. It's pretty successful. It's a lot of work for us and for the team, so we really appreciate it if you're interested in raiding, if you could come, which is why we do it 2 nights, so we can try and hit the most amount of people.
Okay, I'm just going to do one last, this is the last round for questions, so if you have a question, Turarts is looking in Twitch. We've got Anisha and Ursangus in Guild Chat, so this is going to be your last chance to get your questions out there and everything like that. Hopefully, there shouldn't be too many more. As usual, I mean, we do 20-25 minutes of questions, so that's good though. That's good. Any other questions out there from any of you guys? Ursangus, Anisha, Turarts.
There is one that just came in. Yeah. How do we know if the raid teams on the website are still active?
It will say inactive if it is inactive. And I know that the raid liaisons have gone through recently and confirmed a bunch of folks. They've confirmed with the raid leaders whether or not raid teams are active or inactive. If they are inactive, it will say as such. They've been doing a really great job getting ready for Legion, the raid liaisons, and they deserve a big round of applause since they don't have anybody here to represent them. So, yay! It's nice to have a sound button, sounders at your disposal.
You can't scream, but you can make sound.
That's right. So, any other questions out there?
Yeah, apparently people are holding on to a few.
Okay.
How often do the raid liaisons check on raid team activity?
Every single day. Every single day. No, I don't know. I don't know that. If you want specifics, you can contact them at ctrraids@gmail.com.
The other one here I've got asks, do we have a venue to start a PvP team? I think that's going to be through the small team builder, isn't it?
Yep. Use the team builder, which formerly was the raid builder, but now it's the team builder. At least that's what I'm calling it. And you can just create a small team, and then in the description, make sure to denote what kind of content you're doing.
As far as Twitch goes, Sal and Kick Tripod are trolling it up, so I think we're good on my end.
Okay, good. And they wanted to hear this. I don't know why, but they wanted it, so there you go. I think that about wraps it up then. Unless anybody has anything else, I'll just close out with this. I want to thank you guys for choosing the CTR Guild. I know that there are lots of guilds out there, and all of them are amazing in one way or another. Hopefully, you have found a home here. We really do want you to feel like this is your home, and remember that this is also a bunch of people's homes. So make sure to live our credo, and if you're playing the drinking game, get ready, because it's going to happen. Community, teamwork, respect. This is our credo for a reason. We love you guys, and we hope that you guys find friendship, find teammates, and have a really special experience in the CTR Guild. We really, really want that, and we want to help you find that if you can't for whatever reason. And that's why we put together all of these events. That's why we have greeters that are ready to help you join the guild and get moving with finding all the different community members and everything like that. That's why we set up the team builder, and that's why we do what we do. We want you guys to have an extra special experience here in the CTR Guild. So all we ask of you is not to be a jerk. No, that's not all. But I mean, that's the big thing, right? We want you guys to have fun, but at the same time, we want to make sure that you're respecting your other players. We want to make sure that you're always trying to form up teams and trying to go defeat stuff and being and reinforcing this in our community, in our guild, on our server with random pugs, no matter where they're from. We want all of us to be a positive force in World of Warcraft. I think that was a powerful statement. I'm not sure. I'll have to listen. I'll have to listen back on that.
I got tinkles.
All right. Well, then I must be doing my job. So I guess that's going to do it for this town hall. If you guys have any questions at all, please email us, ctrofficers@gmail.com. That is the one that will get you to myself and to Jules and to Ursangus and to everybody in the guild, because we can always forward stuff if we need to. So ctrofficers@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much again. And have fun in Legion as we get ready to raid tomorrow, man. It's going to be a blast. Can't wait to get back in there and shake some stuff up. Yeah!
Welcome home, Raiders!
Woo!